Welcome to the threshold, the place of the intuitive, the mystic, the contemplative. A place to strengthen the connection to your intuitive core through mindfulness techniques and intuitive practices. Now, have you ever asked yourself, who am I? You may say yes, you may say no. Regardless, let's talk. If you're like me, you've asked yourself that question a time or 1,000. This is not a one and done question. No, it is meant as a question of exploration that you ask over and over again when you find yourself at different points in your life. And for me, it's the curiosity of how my perception is shifted that has me answering this question over and over again. What I've discovered is that the answers are not in the roles that we play, but in the roots that grow deeply from our core, that which twines throughout our being and manifests how we act. It's from our roots that the evolution of the question flows. So how do we discover really who we are in this moment? Let's begin by breathing deeply into our essence, into your essence, into my essence. Now, this is more than a physical breath. It's moving past the barriers, past the illusions, just past the stuff of who you are not, into seeing who you are. And that includes the bright and the shadow. You do not have to like what you see, what's exposed. You just have to be aware of it. And it's in the owning of who you are that opens you to growth. So breathe deep of this essence. Notice the fear, the joy that rides on this breath of acknowledgement. Awaken the courage to be you that grows from the roots twining from your core. So awaken the courage at your core. Sometimes that's the hardest thing in the world to do. So I have to begin by saying that life is filled with this incredible kaleidoscope of emotions. Some uplift. Others have you running for the nearest refuge. And if you don't, I will gladly admit I run for the nearest refuge sometimes. But all of these emotions are unapologetically you. You can bask in the joy, the happy, the wonder. And, the reality is you can run from what scares you. What I've realized is that no matter how long, no matter how fast I run, I cannot give my shadow a slip. It paces me. In time, you either meet your shadow with courage or it wears you down. And I, for one, would like to meet my shadow with courage because far too many times it has worn me into fatigue. So I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath of courage. Enter the shadow and look deep into the eyes of your fear. This is the only way through. And on this journey, you will discover the wonder of who you are. So what do you do with that wonder? You share your wonder with the world. Fears confronted, name one thing that is your wonder. Just one. And it doesn't matter how big, how large. It can be anything. Decide how you will share this wonder with the world. Don't discount any action, word, or thought that changes the world for the better. They're all part of the sharing. And one of the things that I really like to do to share my wonder is engage people as I'm going through the checkout. And there are a couple of people at the Kroger I go to that I engage regularly. So we know each other and we talk. And that makes me feel better. It helps me begin the day a bit differently. Because whatever you do, those things really light your courage. And through them, we gain the potential to transform both ourselves and the world as we know it. So I'm going to invite you to breathe deep of your essence. Awaken the courage at your core and share your wonder with the world. That's all. That is your enough. So thank you for listening and watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're looking for a way really to go through that, embracing your essence, sharing your courage, just being your courage, as a contemplative coach, I'd love to work with you to develop strategies, to develop habits. and I will use mindfulness techniques and intuitive practices. But no matter what you do today, really embrace the essence at your core. Find the courage to share your wonder with the world. Namaste. Have a terrific day.